Well, whenever you are
ready,
Freddie.
Hey guys, it's Ron Bass with another edition of the Ron Bass Show. It's your source for inspiration, encouragement, motivation, humor. Mr. Brent Atterbury, executive producer,
Good
marketing
afternoon.
guru. Good afternoon, sir. It's a beautiful day in the Ozarks.
It is.
Sort of.
Love it.
A little overcast,
spring.
but it's
I
warm.
like spring.
It's
Do
warm.
you like spring?
I love spring.
Yeah.
Spring
Me too.
into action, they say.
Spring
Into action.
Okay.
So this is a good time for you guys to set some goals.
Yeah.
Put on your new "Let's Go Do It" hat.
Yeah. Let's go
That'd be
do it.
That'd be a good phrase to put on a hat. Let's go do it.
Let's go do it.
What was the Nike thing? Do it? I think something like that.
Just do it.
Just do it.
The other one, let's go do it, that sometimes could be read differently.
I'm just being silly. Let's see, said the blind man as he picked up his tools and walked away.
Wow.
How about
he's
this?
blind.
I know. How about this? Did I say this on the last podcast that married men have a higher risk of getting dementia
Yes, you
than
did.
single men?
So does that mean you have dementia?
No,
Since you said it on the podcast
Yeah,
last
so
week.
that's right. I have dementia. When you get old, you forget all the time.
But you're not married.
It is really weird because I remember years ago reading about aging and how they said your memory goes, it's challenging.
Yeah.
And it's true. And I mean, I study ways to try to improve my brain function right every day. But there's some things it's just weird, man.
Yeah.
Because the brain shrinks, they say, physically shrinks when you age. I guess particularly over 60 maybe. But, like we always talk about, you can work out, eat right, sleep right. All those things do make a difference as far as the biology.
But does size matter?
The size of the brain does matter. The bigger the brain, the more potential, they say.
Really?
So when it shrinks, you lose capacity.
Okay.
It's the way it is, man. I didn't make this stuff up. It's just the way it is.
Okay.
Okay, well, we got some stories today.
I love stories.
Yeah.
Bring it on.
So you may or may
By
not
the
know-
way-
Yes.
We have the windows open today for fresh air because it's a beautiful day.
Yes.
So you will hear background noise, but that's okay.
That's okay. We're on a busy street.
But it feels great.
Speaking of a busy street, our martial arts school, our entertainment company, and our home repair business is all under one roof in Springfield, Missouri, and we're on a very, very busy street, which attracts a lot of people. And one example of that is, well, actually today there was an example. Somebody came by that was on some kind of a training mission. I don't know if it was military or not. I think it was military, but they have like a schedule that they have to keep. They're on foot, and they have to be at certain places at certain times and do certain things in order to accomplish whatever the directive is. And so they came by the dojo here because one of the directives they had to participate in a martial arts school. So they were literally walking down our street, saw the school and came in. But they were on a time thing where they had to get going and said they'd come back later. We'll see. But speaking of busy street and attracting people, not always attracting good people, not always attracting us people that are like stable. The other night in my dojo, and I see this guy walking down the street staggering, and he looked up and saw the sign. And he said, "Same day jiu-jitsu, what the hell is that?" And he staggered inside the building. I thought, oh boy, here we go. Well, the bottom line is he obviously was intoxicated, but he had a martial arts background. He was from Texas. Somehow he wound up in Missouri. He was not a happy guy because he got into a fight with his roommate, and now he was trying to literally find a room to stay at that night. But he just wanted to talk about martial arts, on and on and on. And so he just kind of hung around, and finally my coach came in, and then they started having a discussion. Well, to make a real long story short, I thought to myself, I want to try to help this guy, because clearly he's not a happy guy. You could tell he was kind of an angry guy. And I got into a conversation with him. I said, look, man, drinking is just going to masquerade the issue. And I got into put on my motivational hat, and I said, you need to be working out, you need to be sober. If you're going to come back to our gym, he said he wanted to come back and train. you're going to have to be sober. You're going to have to be respectful. This isn't going to work. And he was okay. And then he started. One of the kids in the gym was here, and he took a picture of the kid. Well, the parent got irate, and my coach came over and made him delete the picture. And I said to myself, I don't think the guy's a pedophile. I think he's just, when you're drinking, you're overly friendly, and your personality is huge. But the point I'm trying to make is that I was in a let's try to help this guy mode, and everybody else around me was let's get this guy out of here mode. and I thought about this later. This is a couple days ago, and I thought to myself, guys, sometimes you can get into a difficult predicament like I was in, because I knew maybe people were not happy with what was happening. But at the same time, I felt compelled to try to encourage this guy, even though he may not have remembered anything the next day. But I say that to say this. Sometimes you got to go the extra mile. Sometimes you have to try to make a difference in somebody's life, even though the odds are maybe pretty poor. Even though people around you are saying, no, don't do that because it's a bad idea. I'm just not cut from that cloth. I've always believed that, you never really know who you're going to meet, and you never really know how much influence you might have over that person. I'm not saying it happens every time, but why not give it a go? What have you got to lose? I could have been cynical and said, hey man, you got to get the hell out of here. You're drunk, you're acting stupid. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted to believe in my heart that maybe, somehow, some way, I could make a difference in that guy's life. So I say that to say this to you guys out there. Try that. I mean, yeah, it may look like a bad situation, but you can give it a shot. It could be any kind of a scenario. It could be somebody that, is causing other people problems. It could be somebody with a bad attitude. It could be somebody that is kind of a loner. And usually people that are like that are not happy people. So it's our job as leaders to try to bring out the best in those people. That's my opinion. Not everybody's cut from my cloth, I get it, but give it a shot sometimes, because I think you'll find it very rewarding to know that maybe someday, somehow, that did make a difference in that person's life. Does that make sense to you, Brent?
Yes, sir. Do you want me to expand on that?
Heavy on the sir. Yeah. Explain a little bit.
No, I think that's who you've always been, Ron. You don't know what that person's going through. You don't know where they've been, why they're here. It's what you did or what you helped that guy with may have got him back on track, might have got him back on the course he was trying to, to go down. So I think you always have to be in I can help mode.
I love it. And you're that guy too. You're always helping people. You never give up on people.
No.
Okay, so now here's another story. I like stories. You like stories.
Yes, I love them.
So many years ago, I was in Kansas City, Missouri, and I think I mentioned this before. Being in the music business and being around the music business, I had a friend of mine that was a booking agent years ago. He would bring in blues artists into our hometown, and I got to meet a lot of really cool people over the years. But three people in particular that I think about a lot. One is Anthony Gomes. He's a musician out of St. Louis, Missouri. Really remarkable guitarist, beautiful voice, from Canada. This guy when he goes into a lounge or a venue and he plays, people love him. He's really, really talented. And so he has been playing music. He's probably about 50 now, starting when he was in college, probably even younger than that. But over the years, I've watched him, and he just continues to grow, build big. He has bigger and bigger crowds. He tours all over the United States. He hasn't hit the big time, but he's definitely making a full time. He makes a living. He's full-time artist.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of respect for this gentleman. I can remember many years ago talking to him because he was at a club and there was only a handful of people in there, and he sat down with me at the table, and I said, "Look, man, you got a great talent. Stick with it. Don't ever give up. because at some point you're gonna be so successful. And we had this really nice discussion. That was like 20 years ago, and now here he is touring all over the United States. So happy for Anthony Gomes, great guy. Look him up on Google, YouTube, and you'll see him. If he comes to your area, if you're in the United States, check him out. Great. And then there's an artist by the name of Mike Zito. I think I've mentioned him before. Another guy that I can remember one night in Sedalia, Missouri, at a club. There couldn't have been 6, 7, 8 people in the club, and here he was pouring, just pouring his heart out, playing music to the crowd. And we had a discussion. I said, "Hey, man, you're just so talented. Stay the course. Don't ever give up." And all these years later, this guy's like touring all over the world now. He's got, I don't know how he did it, but he's connected with Bill Murray, the movie star, and Bill Murray's like their front man. He sings with this band, and they're touring all over the United States right now. It's crazy. So he's made it to the big time. I think that's just a wonderful story. And then, last but not least, Samantha Fish. I met her over 20 years ago in Kansas City, Missouri. She was at a club. It was a cold winter's night. She was probably 18 years old, 17, 18, 19. And there couldn't have been a dozen people in there, pouring her heart out, playing guitar, blues. And, man, what a talent. And then she would come to Springfield, Missouri, and play music here quite often. This is years ago. And over the years, I've just kind of stayed in touch with, not with her personally, but watching her on the internet and seeing her career unfolding. And now she tours all over the world. She'll be in Springfield, Missouri, I think, in about a month, and she'll probably sell 500 to 700, 800 tickets. That's a lot of tickets for a person that's never had a hit record.
Right.
And I noticed today on the internet, she has been invited to play on Kelly Clarkson's show Friday. Well, when you get invited to play on Kelly Clarkson's show, you hit the jackpot, man, because that's a national audience, and that's just going to propel her career even that much greater.
Yeah.
The whole idea of me telling you this, guys, is here's the moral of the story. I don't care where you're at in your career at this point, where you're at on your goals. Forget the career. Whatever your goals are, whether it's personal, fitness, sport, music, entertainment, business, doesn't matter. Stay the course, man. Don't ever give up. Don't ever put it to the side and think you're not going to get there, because you are going to get there. If you don't give up and you stay consistent, work your craft, be around the right kind of people, stay consistent, be consistent. And sooner or later, you're going to wind up getting more and more successful over the course of time. It may take a lifetime, I don't know, but you don't give up. Just stay the course. And that's the moral of that story. So I just wanted to throw that out there today.
Great.
What say you, sir?
Guess what?
What? You got some breaking news?
Someone hit their goal.
Oh, that's right. The train, the horn.
It's going to be loud. The window's open.
We like it, though. We're just so unconventional here the way we do our podcast. But you know what? I love it. I'm not trying to be like super professional. I'm trying to be real, honest, sincere, genuine. That's what's up. That's what people can relate to. They're not going to relate to. We could spend some money and build a beautiful set. We could have, probably better graphics and all that stuff. But for what? Yeah. It's not going to get the message across any better, any sooner, any different.
Here it comes.
Here it comes.
We're going to have to talk louder.
We're going to have to talk a little bit louder. Wow. That's loud, isn't it?
Maybe we shouldn't have the window open.
No, I love it, man. This is another indication to the public just how sincere we are and real that we are. We're not putting on any airs, guys. We're doing this from the heart. And Brent and I we're on the same page. We both believe in trying to help people, influence people, and make a difference in somebody's life. It doesn't have to be everybody's life. What's the old Jewish saying? To help one person is as if to have helped the whole world. To save one person's life is as if to have saved the whole world. It's a powerful philosophy. And you never know who it's going to be. Think about this. I went to high school, graduated in 1973, and my speech coach, Bob Ballou, still alive today in his 80s, maybe early 90s. That guy had such a powerful influence over me as a young man. And even today, we still communicate. Many of my former schoolmates and I still communicate with this gentleman from time to time because we just love to, show him praise and thank him for what he did for us. he helped mold us as young men and young women, gave us confidence to be, to get out there in front of the public and speak just like this. If it weren't for him, I wouldn't be able to do the podcast because he taught me public speaking skills. So a shout out to Bob Ballou if you happen to be listening, my speech teacher from high school days. Super guy. Back to what we always talk about. You need to have mentorship. You need to be around good people, guys. If you're around bad people, you're just going to go down this dark and dirty road, man. It's going to get you like nowhere. It may be fun for a minute. You may think you got something going, but I promise you it's going to catch up with you. It's going to eat your lunch. I wonder where that phrase comes from, eat your lunch.
Maybe it's a bully that ate your lunch at
they
school.
took the lunch from you.
They took the lunch from you.
All right, well, what's the breaking news, sir?
Well, so does it bother you, or do you like it if people smell good or smell bad?
Yeah, it bothers me if they smell bad, and
Okay.
I like it when they smell good.
Okay, all right. Well, catch a whiff of this.
Okay.
Research from Cornell University has found that women could accurately determine if they would like someone based on their smell even before meeting them.
What?
Yeah, they can determine if they'll like somebody based on their scent alone.
That's interesting.
Women, yeah.
Women.
So, yeah, that's crazy.
Well, women are a little crazy.
So you just got to be sure you wear
But we love them.
deodorant.
I guess men can be crazy too. Deodorant?
Yeah,
Um,
you got to wear deodorant.
do you?
Well-
I shower every day. I don't find myself having too much
Yeah.
odor because I shower daily.
Yeah, so maybe it's no body odor.
But
Huh?
there are some people that have.
Maybe
wow.
some women like body odor.
Yes, that's true.
So
You know, how about my friend that likes to suck on his wife's toes? What is that? What's that all about?
well,
That's got to not smell too good either.
well, it depends on
odd.
if they had a shower. Yeah.
Maybe they shower before
Maybe-
they suck. I don't know. I'm just talking out loud, man.
Okay.
You know me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's
That's
move.
a fetish for sure.
Let's just move right.
Okay,
on to-
I'm ready.
To you'll like this a lot.
Okay.
Today is National Exercise Day.
Oh yes, I like that a lot.
I knew you'd like that.
Yes, sir.
But also, it's National Take a Chance Day.
Ooh, I like that too.
Take a chance.
Yeah, take the risk.
Take the risk.
some
Take a
risk.
chance.
Yes.
I knew you'd like that.
I like that a lot.
And then it's National Animal Cracker Day.
Hey, I've been eating a lot of animal crackers.
Have
lately.
you?
Yeah.
Well, you got to eat some today
They're
because
the
it's
best.
National Animal Cracker Day.
I got a whole bag of animal crackers here. I
Wow.
brought it into our event that we had the other night at the
Yeah.
dojo, our karaoke
Yeah.
night, and man, they're the best.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
forgot how good they were.
They are good.
Man, they're just great to snack on. Great
Yeah.
for just great for just good.
Yeah. You can eat a whole bag of them.
I could eat a whole bag of them. It's probably not very smart.
No.
Oh well, you only live once, man. You have to enjoy yourself too.
Yes.
Hard work's great, but
Yeah.
you have to find time to enjoy yourself.
Yeah. Even if it's sucking on toes.
Even sucking on toes. My friend Tony Fuel, if you're listening, you know what, man? You're something else.
Yeah.
He was the guy that taught me how to do pull-ups years ago. Great guy, man. I could never do a pull-up. I know I told the story before, but I'd be like, and he'd push my feet. Oh, I'm over the bar, and it gave me confidence, and took about 6 months, man. I could finally do them, and then we did them for years together. And he's moved to Florida. He lives in Destin, Florida. Got 6 beautiful children. They all train martial arts. They're all fighters. They're all so smart, and he's just such a great father.
Wow.
His wife's great too.
Awesome.
It's just a wonderful family.
Awesome.
He grew up hard. His father, and he had a hard life, so he made a decision early on. He said, if I ever get married and have children, it's going to be a whole different gig, and it is, man. He deserves the Father of the Year award.
Wow.
Yeah, I love it. Tony Fuel. His real name is Tonish Fuel from Springfield, Missouri. Some kind of guy, man.
Yeah.
He's so faithful to me. Back to what we talk about. You got to have good people in your life that make a difference. If it weren't for him, I don't think I would ever be still in the gym working out every day.
Wow.
Yeah, he was a great
Big
friend and a
influence.
coach.
Yeah.
He coached me and encouraged me and motivated me, and he did it by example. He was always working out with me, and I would follow his lead.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, that's probably bored people enough, haven't we?
It's been fun. It's been a fun ride.
It's a fun ride. You know what I have to do next?
What?
To go to the kidney doctor.
Oh.
Funny little story before we get out of here.
Okay.
So you have to pee in a bucket for 24 hours. Not a bucket, but it's like a plastic container.
Is this the Thai story?
24 hours.
Is this the Thai story, or is this a different story?
This is a different story.
Okay, go ahead.
24 hours you have to pee in this container. And make a long story short, that's not the most comfortable thing in the world, right? But I did it, and so you have to refrigerate it. I put it in a plastic bag that they gave me, and I head off to the lab 2 hours before my appointment, which was about an hour and a half ago. And I give it to, so I open up I said, well, she said, is there a label on it? I said, no, ma'am, they didn't give me the label. She said, I'll make a label. I pulled the canister out of the plastic bag, and guess what happened? It didn't like spill out, but it did leak. Oh my gosh. So and she said, well, here you can put the label, and I said, it won't stick. It was embarrassing. All these people are watching. But you know what, guys? Here's the bottom line. It just is what it is. It's a silly little thing. Was it my fault? I mean, I thought the container would seem like it sealed properly.
Was it what they gave you?
Yes.
Container?
Yeah, so I don't feel liable for that.
Did it screw on?
It's like a snap.
Oh.
Yeah. So what? Yeah, it should have been a screw on, right?
So she needs to know that they have leaky containers.
Yeah. So, but the lady was so nice behind the counter, and she said, "I'll take care of it." No, she put some gloves on. I got some Kleenex from the counter and swiped it. It wasn't much, but it was just the idea.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's your urine, Any rate,
Took a leak.
Yeah, took a leak. Mr. Dry Humor over here. Okay, so the kidney doctor. Any rate, when you get old, your kidneys don't work as well. They gradually. I guess there's like 1 billion filters in your kidneys. And over the course of time, they quit working, or they dissipate, and so your ability to filter becomes less and less. No matter, I don't care how much you work out, I don't care how healthy you are, just part of aging. So you got to go. I have to go once a year, and they check it to make sure that it's not crazy. So that's just the way it is.
Awesome.
So, look, you got to work out. I don't care if you're old or young, but particularly when you're old or older. Because it's all you got. Your body's dying. Your body's wearing out. It just is. And you got to do stuff to keep it tuned up and keep it in good shape, man. Keep it in better shape. So, okay. Are we getting out of here now?
Yes.
Okay. Just remember, guys, if you don't give up, eventually those stars are going to line up. And you're going to be a lot happier when that happens. Because you haven't given up, because you stayed the course, because you're still working hard, because you set your goals, and you're not going to ever back off from those goals, no matter how hard it may seem. If you have to reset them every year, I don't care. Keep going. Keep doing it. And until that time, and even after that time, just remember to stay positive.